Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, once again. My name is Başak Canbulat. I'm the coordinator of DEİK International Technical Consultancy Business Council. Welcome to FCIC DEİK International Engineering Forum today. I would like to give first speech to President of FCIC, Mr. Levent Gelgin. Due to his health problems today, he will not be able to join to the forum, but he shared his opening statement to the audiences and speakers here.
Business Chairman, Mr. Munis Özer. Dear members of FCIC, members of DEİK, and members of Association of Turkish Consulting Engineering and Architects. Dear attendees, I would like to welcome you to the International Engineering Forum webinar. It's a great honor to address you as the President of Federation of Consultants from Islamic countries. First, I would like to give some short information about FCIC and our targets. The Federation of Consultants from Islamic countries was founded in 1986 in Istanbul under the patronage of Islamic Development Bank and hosted by the Turkish government with the participation of about 20 countries among the members of the Organization of Islamic Conference. FCIC has done a commendable job in paving the road to self-reliance among the consultants of Islamic world. Consulting activity represents, especially for developing nations, a basic milestone for healthy and sustainable development based upon the values and cultural heritage of these nations. The activities and objectives of FCIC, which are directly related to the consulting activity, have a direct impact on economic, social, cultural, health, urban, and environmental domains. The Federation, therefore, does not only express nor represent the interest of profession, but rather an activity that has deep roots in the existence of our nations and major impact on our future. The praiseworthy activities of FCIC has decisive role to play in the conception, drawing up, and implementation of joint ventures and the like in cooperation with the OIC component organs and organizations. The increasing number of its members and expansion of its activities presents proof of greater possibilities for the Federation to strengthen this promising trend and allow all human, technical, and material potentialities available in the Islamic world to make their contribution felt. I strongly believe that the level of engineering experience and expertise in member countries is more than sufficient to master most of the projects competently. FCIC will continue to cooperate with the relevant organs of Islamic Development Bank as well as with the national consultancy associations of the member countries so as to bring forward an awareness of their potential and capacities and importance of consulting engineering firms within the Islamic world. FCIC currently has a strength of about 130 members from 23 countries, representing leading consulting firms in their countries and in their regions. They are integrated, experienced, and capacities enable them to provide all necessary consulting services for different projects. I would like to thank all prominent consultants who have participated in this forum by either delivering technical papers or taking part in discussion sessions. Additionally, please allow me to express special thanks to the FIDIC CEO, Dr. Nelson, for his valuable contribution. Apparently, we will be having virtual meetings for a long time. So I wish everyone healthy days and enjoyable forum. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Levent Gelgin, for this nice speech. Due to some technical problems at the beginning of the opening statements, we wanted to repeat the speech once again. Now, I would like to give the speech to the chairperson of DEİK International Technical Consulting Business Council, Mr. Munis Özer.
Thank you, Başak. President of DEİK, Mr. Olpak, Head of Overseas Construction and Engineering Consultancy Department from Ministry of Trade, Mr. Murat Nesimoğlu, Manager of Islamic Development Bank, Mr. Aamir Ghani, President of FCIC, Mr. Levent Gelgin, dear members of FCIC, DEİK, and Association of Turkish Consulting Engineers and Architects, distinguished speakers, dear participants. It is a great pleasure and honor for me to welcome you all at the opening session of International Engineering Forum as the chairman of the International Technical Consultancy Business Council of DEİK. DEİK is the Foreign Economic Relations Board of Turkey, which was established in 1985 for leading and managing the foreign economic relations of Turkish private sector. DEİK is a business diplomacy organization performing its activities through business councils, funding institutions, and members. Recognizing the leading role of the technical consultancy in the construction sector and its importance for the development of Turkey and to provide high-quality technical consultancy services abroad, the International Technical Consultancy Business Council was founded in 2013 under the umbrella of DEİK. DEİK is the Turkish private sector's gateway to foreign countries. Members of our business council consist of prestigious Turkish consulting, engineering, and architectural companies actively involved in overseas projects. Some of these companies are also members of FCIC. Cooperating with the bilateral business councils of DEİK and making use of the DEİK information network, the International Technical Consultancy Business Council aims to create new business opportunities in the defined target countries for Turkish technical consultancy firms. A memorandum of understanding was signed in 2014 between the DEİK International Technical Consultancy Business Council and FCIC in order to promote cooperation between their members and to utilize the capabilities of FCIC and DEİK. Within the framework of this memorandum of understanding, the international engineering forums arranged annually by FCIC have been jointly organized by FCIC and DEİK since 2014. This year, the FCIC DEİK International Engineering Forum is being held online due to the COVID-19 pandemic affecting our entire world. Naturally, the main topic of this year's conference was selected as implications of COVID-19 on consulting engineering sector. Within this context, distinguished speakers will share with you FIDIC and IsDB guides and practices on the COVID-19 pandemic. In addition, 4 panelists from different countries will share their experiences on lessons learned in dealing with COVID-19 pandemic in engineering sector. As a separate subject, the decision taken in accordance with the agreement signed between the Islamic Development Bank and FIDIC, the use of FIDIC contract documents in the project financed by the Islamic Development Bank will be presented by distinguished speakers. Dr. Çıtıpıtoğlu will present his views on new technologies and the shifting responsibilities and expectations of engineering services, which should be interesting to follow. OVA online event platform is used for managing this engineering forum. In addition to event management tools, OVA platforms gives attendees networking options such as sending messages, exchanging business cards, and sharing their experiences. I wish this year's FCIC Dake International Engineering Forum great success and hope that it will contribute to the prosperity, peace, and welfare of all our countries. Finally, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to Ministry of Trade of the Republic of Turkey for their support, as well as to DEİK Management and FCIC for organizing this forum. And finally, would like to thank all speakers and participants. I hope and pray sincerely that the pandemic will be defeated soon and the world will be again safe and enjoyable place. I wish you all healthy days and hope to meet you face to face next year. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Munis Özer, for this nice presentation. Now, I would like to give the speech to the Mr. Aamir Ghani, the manager of Islamic Development Bank. Mr. Ghani.
Thank you. Excellencies, distinguished participants, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Good morning to you all. It gives me immense pleasure to be part of this forum today. And I'm really sorry to hear that our colleague, Mr. Levent Gelgin, President of the Federation of Consultants from Islamic Countries, FCIC, has not been able to join us today. I wish him a very good health and early recovery for him. I'd like to welcome our distinguished colleagues, Mr. Munis Özer, Chairman of the Dake International Technical Consulting and the Business Council, Mr. Murat Nesimoğlu, Head of the Overseas Construction and Engineering Consultancy Department of the Ministry of Trade, Mr. Olpak, President of the Dake, and dear distinguished members of the FCIC, speakers, FIDIC, and all the participants. I am being honored to speak to you on behalf of the Islamic Development Bank. This year forum is being organized by the FCIC, Association of the Turkish Consulting and Architect, and the Dake Foreign Relation Board of Turkey and the Islamic Development Bank. The 2020 event is organized virtually due to the ongoing unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic situation, which has affected all the countries to the scale we have not seen in the recent history. In this backdrop, we are organizing this International Engineering Forum on the topic Multilateral Development Banks and FIDIC's cooperation and implication of the COVID-19 on consulting engineering sector. We are living in a constantly changing world. Impact of the coronavirus outbreak has significantly impacted our economies, businesses, way of working, and the way of the life. I think this is impact will continue to be with us for certain number of years before we can go to our normal lives. So besides the health-related challenges this pandemic has created, it has also affected the human, social, economic aspects of our life. Especially, it has impacted the most vulnerable and the marginalized segment of our societies, which needs our attention. Distinguished participants, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, the engineering consultant need to keep pace with the fast-changing global realities. Advancement made in the disruptive technologies and developing innovation solutions which are useful, practical, and efficient and sustainable, which can help us to create a development which is living for a longer period of time and effective using the resources that we have. Let me highlight the important role the FCIC plays as per its mandate, as it strives to be the premier platform of consultants and the consulting firm from Islamic countries to galvanize their effort and channel their energies to creativity for supporting a better outcomes for the development project that we support. Since the establishment of the FCIC in 1986, the Islamic Development Bank has been supporting their activities, considering their very important role of the consulting survey as an essential element for successful implementation of the development project. Strengthening these engineering firm and individual consultant and promoting cooperation among themselves will help to better coordinate and build the capacity to take on the opportunities which are made available by Islamic Development Bank, other development financing institutions, and also the Islamic countries, and to help to contribute to social economic development and create the employment opportunities and build the consulting industries within our member countries. Distinguished participants, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, IsDB will continue to support FCIC through providing technical and financial support and to hold the country seminar and the capacity building activities of the FCIC members. FCIC members are invited to our country procurement workshop and the business opportunity seminars, and also some of the capacity building activities that we do for the public and private sectors. So where the IsDB presents its procedures and the policies for the procurement, but also how these consulting firms and the consultant can benefit from the opportunities which are provided on the project finance by us across the member countries and in 4 continents where Islamic Development Bank is financing our project. Recent event jointly organized by Islamic Development Bank and FCIC, which included the seminar in Morocco, in Uzbekistan in 2019, and we had held the online workshop for Iran, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan recently. There are a number of future activities which are planned for the remaining 2020, which includes online workshop for the member countries in West Africa, including Gambia, Sierra Leone, and Togo. Let me highlight the potential of the opportunities which 57 Islamic development member countries are offering. We all have a substantial human capital, technology, and the good capacity of the FCIC members which are present in 23 countries to tap on these opportunities and play an important role in implementing development projects in these countries as well as globally. IsDB in 2019 adopted new procurement guidelines which introduced the new concept, flexibilities, fit for purpose approach, greater transparency, fairness, open competition, standstill period, complaint handling mechanism, and the contract management aspect. So we'll also be presenting some experience on the COVID-19 pandemic during the seminar, and also the engagement we have recently materialized with the FIDIC, signing on the use of the FIDIC standard contract as per their best practices. I will also be making presentation on the business opportunities provided by the Islamic Development Bank in the next session. I urge you all to actively participate in these opportunities. And we have also launched recently a platform on the Islamic Development Bank website where all the consultant and consulting firm can register online to get all these opportunities instantly when these are on our platform. With this, I conclude my statement to the vote of thanks to the organizer all the participants, and most thankful to the speakers and the presenters for this event. I wish you a very successful and productive webinar that can help to better strategize the future roles of consulting engineering sectors, especially in the post-COVID pandemic situation. IDB stand ready to provide all the support to the activities of FCIC, which can play an important role in socio-economic development of 57 member countries of the Islamic Development Bank. With this, I wish you a very successful event and safe and good health to all of you. And wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. With this, I conclude my statement.
Mr. Aamir Ghani, thank you very much for this nice presentation. Now, I would like to give speech to Mr. Murat Nesimoğlu, Head of Overseas Construction and Engineering Consultancy Department in Ministry of Trade.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank everybody who is a participant now in this event, who is together with us. And also, I would like to personally thank to DEİK, our Foreign Economic Relations Board, and FCIC, as well as Islamic Development Bank, and as well as our Turkish Consulting Engineers and Architects Association, because these institutions make this real and make this organization happen. And personally would like to thank Mr. Munis Özer, Mr. Aamir Ghani, and Mr. Levent Gelgin, and also our President of DEİK, Mr. Olpak, to hear personally together with us, because this is, I think, a very important event for cooperation. First of all, I would like to say that our Ministry of Trade, we are responsible from the overseas construction and overseas engineering consultants. By this, what we are doing, we are monitoring and we are trying to help our companies to actively cooperate with our other companies, and as well as to take more jobs abroad. So this is important. Why? Because this also makes our friend nations, let's say, when our companies are going somewhere, they are always working with the people who is there, or who they want to work with. As a monitoring part, as the ministry, we happily to see that our engineers and our engineering consultants, when they are going somewhere, they are always trying to take somebody with them to make good projects. And I am happy to see that by this we really create more jobs, and we help other nations' companies also grow better. Why I talk this? Because, you know, as FCIC, we are the federation of the consultants from Islamic countries. And as Islamic countries, we need really quality infrastructure, and we need good engineers and engineering consultancy services. Because even here in Islamic countries, the Western companies and especially Anglo-Saxon companies are very strong. This is something that we have to compete together, not only one nation or two nations. We have to compete with this together. Why? Because, you know, by only this, we can actually understand what we need as the countries and as the societies, because the engineers are from us. That's why it will help our all Islamic world to create better solutions for ourselves. That's why I think FCIC is a very important platform for this, because FCIC is an independent body. This is very important. And as all governmental institutions and all governments, we have to, let's say, support this independent body. Because, you know, when we see, especially for the last 10 years, the expansion of the activities that FCIC is doing and the growing members and the expansion of this federation is very important for all of us. And happily to see, actually, FCIC DEİK seminars is really very important step in this cooperation. And FCIC DEİK seminars are always catching the recent important subjects. Last year, we did something about PPPs. Now, the COVID-19 is the very important event. So the help of MDBs and the implementation of FIDIC contracts is very important. Now the subject is this. This is really very important. And we attach this really very attach importance to this subject and to this organization. And as a final word, I would like to say, not to speak longly, FCIC as an independent body has a vision. That vision told that all projects tendered by the IDB are executed by FCIC members. Yeah, this is maybe an impossible thing to do, but this is a vision, and this is very important vision because, you know, as the Islamic countries, we need to create better and better and bigger engineering consultant companies, and they have to cooperate with each other. If we do this, we can do this vision, which seems now impossible, but we can do. So thank you very much for attending this part, this organization, and have a nice, let's say, I wish a very nice and fruitful meeting for today and also tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you also very much for you, Murat Nesimoğlu, for this exciting and visionary speech. It's my honor to give the stage to President of Foreign Economic Relations Board, DEİK, to Mr. Nail Olpak.
Thank you, Başak, and special thanks to Murat Nesimoğlu, Aamir, Ghani, Munis, Özer, and Levent, Gelgin, as well as all the participants. I wish a healthy day for all of us, first of all. I think we all realize the importance of being healthy more than ever after being affected by COVID-19. Yes, we are together, we are meeting together again 1 year later, even if it's virtual, but this is the reality. And special thanks for the support of all the groups, as well as our Minister of Trade and the others. It's quite important for us. Yes, I am also an engineer, and it's exciting and pleasing to be at an engineering forum, even though I'm not going to speak on engineering points. By the way, yesterday it was our National Teachers' Day in Turkey, so I am celebrating again all the valuable teachers who helped us to come those days with their sacrifice. Yes, we are going to be together for 2 days, and I wish we are going to have some success. This is why we are together. If you allow me, I would like to continue with some current concepts where wherever I am participating, I am trying to emphasize on those points. The first one is, as today we are doing online meetings because of the current conditions, instead of physical ones we are doing in the past, but it is also bringing our lives some conventions. So digital technologies and artificial intelligence could enter our lives and is entering our lives much faster than we thought. This is the first point. Second, we remember that we were all speaking about globalization for years. Now we are speaking more about good localization. And it seems we are going to concentrate more on that during this pandemic and after that pandemic, although we are here in an international organization, an international meeting. As third, it seems not only our daily habits or style of doing business is changing or moving to some new normal, but also finance sector, even if including the federal bank's role, is being affected. So this is also important. The fourth one is, you know, we have been speaking about economic of scale when we were speaking about competition. But now we really realize the problems of bounding to one big supplier or one limited suppliers. This is quite important, I believe. And finally, we have been speaking about being near or far, being cheap or expensive, but now we are speaking about the importance of availability rather than the others. Of course, they are important, but availability came into our life much faster than we thought. And as my comment, of course, we don't exactly know which sectors will be the rising ones, although we have some important idea, but the one who secured the supply chain and built up the real trust to the counterparts, I believe will be the winners. And the keyword will be trust. In terms of those concepts, I would like to emphasize that the market diversity, export and import issues are again being named, or we are going to think more about that. And as business representatives, we should work harder on those matters. We are not just talking about commerce of products, of course, as we are doing today here. There are also investments, contracting, and engineering parts of the business. Of course, technical consultancy services are of utmost importance in the global contractor market, we believe so. And the technical consultancy sector stands out where larger incomes can be undertaken with relatively few physical resources. You know, as DEİK, we have been working with 146 business councils, and our International Technical Consulting Business Council is one of them, one of the important one of them. And thanks to them, and thanks to the chairman, Munis Özer, I would like to finish my speech with one of the most important Muslim philosophers, as we all know, Al-Ghazali. Ghazali is saying that there is no way to reach the end without mastering the beginning. I hope we are all together to do that. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Mr. President Nail Olpak, for your nice speech. Now the opening statements are over. We are closing the opening statements, and we will pass to Mr. Aamir Ghani's presentation. Thank you for all participants, for the speakers in this opening statements session.